Hello everyone, welcome to the Cricket Sages. Today we are going to do a review of the India versus England the T20 series. As you all know, India won the T20 series 3-2. It was a brilliant series, very closely fought. We saw some real fighting happening between the two teams. I would say that there were no losers in this series because England was playing very well. Like it almost felt like two very equal teams fighting it out. Anyway, India emerged as the better team. Really happy for them. The first T20 India lost due to some poor batting from the Indian side and then really good batting from the England side. They chased it down very easily. The second T20, India bounced back, played very well. Kohli scored a 70 runs and silenced all the critics who criticized him for getting a duck once again in the first T20. He silenced everyone, scored a beautiful knock, and then led India to a good score. And then India bowled very well and won the match ultimately. The third T20I again it slipped away from India's hand again due to some magnificent batting from Butler. He played a match-winning knock and almost single-handedly took away the game from India. But again, Kohli had positives. He scored another 70, 250s back to back, and we all knew that he's in very good touch. The fourth T20I again. Now India win. This time around, yeah, Kohli couldn't score a good score again, but still we saw some really real good batting from other players in the team. Surya Kumar Yadav scored his first half century on debut. So due to all those batting contributions, India scored very well, bowled really well, and won the game. And on the decider, it was surprises from the start when we saw Virat and Rohit walk out to open the game. It was so beautiful to see these two brilliant cricketers, greats of the present generation, walk out to bat together. And they played very beautifully. Had a partnership of 94 runs. Both of them got half centuries. Kohli scored 80, not out. Rohit played a very quick fire knockout 64. Then contributions came from the end from Surya Kumar Yadav, who played very good, but then got out to a magnificent catch from Chris Jordan. Then Hardik came, joined Virat Kohli, and then made sure that India reaches a huge total of 224. It's India's highest total against England in T20s. And then uh, the batting side had done what they have to do. Now it was up to the bowlers, and I would say the bowlers did exceptionally well. Bhuvneshwar was the pick of the bowlers, though he picked only 2 wickets. He was brilliant in the game, very economical. Only 15 runs he gave away, 17 dot balls out of the 24 balls he bowled. It was really good. He came and picked up the crucial wicket of Jason Roy and then Jos Butler. That was the maybe revival of India. India was suffering from the partnership of David Malan and Jos Butler. That's when Bhuvneshwar came and took the wicket. So it was very important. Shardul Thakur was a bit expensive, 45 runs, but still he picked up 3 wickets, dismissed David Malan, then Owen Morgan also. Natarajan striked, taking Ben Stokes' important wicket. Overall, it was a beautiful contribution from all the bowlers. Hardik Pandya bowled very well throughout the series. Economical, he did a very good job as the third pacer. Uh, Gave ample of support to Shardul Thakur and Bhuvneshwar. Though Shardul Thakur was expensive due to the economical bowling of Bhuvneshwar and Hardik, it didn't do much damage to the Indian bowling. So overall, I would say it has been a very good series, very productive series, as England captain Noel Morgan said. Very productive for both the sides. They tried out new combinations. We saw many newcomers shining. It was very good. Now we'll discuss what are the top three takeaways from the series. The first is Kohli's return to form or whatever. It was exceptional to see this man score 234 runs and become the highest scorer in a bilateral series, T20 series, overtaking KL Rahul and Colin Munro. So it was really good. Three fifties in three different positions, averaging around 46 in the series. He bounced back after getting duck out and scored a 70 runs. It was magnificent. It was he just played like a king. King Kohli. It matches his status. The second takeaway is the coming of Suryakumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan. Exceptional performance by both these youngsters. Ishan Kishan, unfortunately, he was injured, so he couldn't play for the fourth and fifth T20. But still, Suryakumar Yadav, he played three games, two innings, and impressed everyone, just everyone. He scored a 50 and then played a very good knock of 30. It was very impressive. Someone India has to back a lot in the future. He's maybe a huge valuable diamond which India found for the T20 World Cup. So sad that it wasn't discovered so far. Anyways, he played very nicely, very impressed by him. Feel so happy for him. Best of luck to Surya Kumar Yadav. The third takeaway is Hardik Pandya. More than Hardik Pandya, the batsman, the more waves were made by Hardik Pandya, the bowler. Hardik Pandya hadn't bowled much before this series. Um, he bowled a bit in Australia, but that was also, yeah, he bowled very well, but little small spells. And then he comes this series and bowls his 4 overs every match and bowls them so well. He picked up crucial wickets. He didn't pick up a lot of wickets, but he picked up crucial wickets at the crucial points of time. Was very economical, very economical. He formed a lethal bowling pair with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. It was just wonderful to see Hardik Pandya ball that way. When Hardik Pandya comes to ball, we'll be like, oh, at last a good over. So that's the way Hardik Pandya performed this series. We hope that he is able to carry on this form to the ODI series and beyond till the T20 World Cup when hopefully he becomes completely fit and is able to bowl even more well. And yeah, these are the three takeaways from the series. And now for the top performers, the third best performer I would say is Hardik Pandya. He contributed with the bat, with the ball, with on the field in every way he contributed. We also saw him guiding the Shardul Thakur at times when Shardul Thakur is under pressure. So in all aspects of the game, Hardik contributed, which is very delighting to see him do that. A really great player who possesses great talent. It was wonderful to see him play that way. Even Bhuvaneshwar, I would say Hardik and Bhuvaneshwar deserves the third spot. Bhuvaneshwar, after a string of injuries, he comes back and then plays so well, picks up so many wickets, balls so well in the power play, very economical. It was great to see the return of this man. I really like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, such a simple and humble person with so much talent he has. So they both take the third spot. The second position goes to Surya Kumar Yadav. He just played so well. Kohli said that he was particularly pleased with Surya Kumar's batting, so that shows how impressive Surya Kumar Yadav has been this series. He scored a 50 on debut, first ball six of Archer. He just made a grand entry to the international into his international career. Very great. Like very happy to see this guy, wait so long to get his first chance and then play so well when he gets a chance to shine. Definitely, he has now taken made himself a spot in the playing 11. Hope that he is able to continue this brilliant performance to other formats and other against other teams, so that he will be a very important player going on to Mission 2021. The best player of the series, as per me, is the man of the series winner, Virat Kohli. Brilliant to watch this guy play. I love Virat Kohli. 350 is averaging 46, 270 plus knocks and 180 not out. Just wonderful. It's exceptional. It's especially great to see him bounce back from getting duck out, losing the first T20I, and then people criticizing his captaincy, people criticizing his batting, and then he leads the team to win and to a win, then inspires the team to win the series. Wonderful. I don't know if India could have won the series without Virat Kohli. He paced his innings so well. Virat Kohli was so deadly in the death overs, getting boundaries, hitting the balls in the gaps, just timing all the balls so well. Wonderful to see him bat this way. So we hope that he's able to score a century in the ODI series and just break this long gap of scoring a century. I really expect that he will score a century because he scored a 80 in a 80 not out in a T20 game. So scoring a century in a ODI game is not so hard for Kohli, considering the form he is right now. So that's it from the review of the T20 series. We hope India is able to win the ODI series as well. India has a very strong side. The squad is out. It's wonderful. We are seeing players like Prasidh Krishna, Suryakumar Yadav in the squad. Maybe they'll get to make their debut in ODIs. Who are wishing best of luck to the Indian team. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll soon meet in another video. Bye.